Hi everyone, welcome to the next normal. I'm your host, Sister Jenna. How are you? What's new? What's going on up here and up here? We're looking at lots of changes in the new year, and we're also doing a lot of reflection on how we've been for this year. All the things that we've been through, what are the lessons that we've learned? Is life getting better? Or are challenges just being kind of swept in another direction? Have you ever done spring cleaning, or you've sorted out a particular area in your room or in your office, and there's always this one section that you put like all your junk and stuff that you say, later, I'll deal with that later. There's my office desk, and no matter what I do, it just keeps piling up stuff on it all the time. I'll put it together, and by the end of the night, there are like a million things on my table, and I keep looking at that, and I go, what is that representing in here? Something in my consciousness that I keep stuff in me, little things that I find to be valuable or important. You know, there's a saying that, where there's really detail and time and thought about the small things, that there's God there. And the way that I look at that is that you become more thoughtful when you're focusing on the small things. Like, you're thoughtful because it's small and it's important. And the soul is small. The spirit inside of you is small, but it's so huge in content. What your soul has the capacity to do is beyond words. And today's theme and the week's theme is on gratitude. And today is about gratitude for myself. I mean, have I really given this thought about being grateful for me? What I've become, what I've been through, the people that are with me, the circumstances that I've attracted in my life and what they mean. And time again, and it seems so simple as I tell you this, it always goes back to love and respect. I'll give you an example really soon. Give me 1 second here. I'll give you an example. Let's say that you're just so used to being in a loving environment and making things move, and with the joy and the happiness and the love and the good wishes. It's just so easy. Nothing seems difficult. Nothing. Let's say you have a fight or an argument with your spouse, your best friend, a colleague at work. I want you to look at the way kindness and gratitude and wisdom slips away. All of a sudden, the energy of anger and ego and attachment will take over our being, and you'll be like, I'll never talk to that person again. Forget that. I don't need them. And you can feel the separation or the division. When you look at it happening in the country, it's because of that attitude in the spirit of souls. But if there was love and kindness and respect, you would find that there's always a way to work things through. And I think that's so connected to your ability to be grateful to your life, that many times things don't always work out the way you want them. But with my attitude of gratitude, I will find a way to make it work. Because despite my challenges or my victories or my opportunities, I will show up because it's about my life. I wrote a letter this morning in my early meditation. It was to our leaders of our time here in the United States. And the letter basically focused on what I've learned from their poise, their form of leadership. And I was just so open and grateful for the way that I have observed them on camera. I don't know them behind the scenes. I wish I did. But on camera, their poise and their way of being for me, sets such a tone on what beautiful leadership looks like, to have so much power in the palm of your hands and to still be able to lead with an element of grace and dignity. I'm very grateful for that. So I wrote a letter of gratitude to our leaders this morning, because I just felt it's what I do. Sometimes you're grateful to people, but you never tell them, but you quickly tell them the things that get on your last nerve about them. It's not a good thing. But believe it or not, we do the same to ourselves. Far too often, we don't treat ourselves right. Health-wise, I just started a health routine yesterday. Did my exercise this morning. Ate way too much popcorn last night with salt, so that puffed me up today. But I'm starting the journey. I'm starting the process to have this sense of gratitude for myself right now, because it's so important for me and my emotional, spiritual, mental, and physical well-being. It's just what I need to do for me. If I can take my morning routine and write a letter to the President and the Vice President of the United States with love and gratitude, I can definitely write my own internal letter to myself about how grateful I've been for Jenna, your courage, your consistency, the ability that you show up. Maybe many of the people will only be with you because you give them what they want. And if for whatever reason you don't give them what they won't be there for you, because they're not getting what they want from you, so they go somewhere else. Those are takers. But to still maintain an attitude of gratitude that it's okay, they've taken what they want and now I continue my journey. It's like, okay, I am just so grateful that I can breathe. I have 2 feet, 2 legs. My eyes can see, my nose smells, I can hear, my hands are available for me. It's a lot to be grateful for simply on this physical level. I'm still healthy. I can still get up and do things. I can still walk. I can still bathe and take care of myself. I'm grateful for that. And when you start to feel this gratitude within your spirit, it creates this sense of optimism and positivity about things, even if it's not going 100% right. And sometimes it just doesn't. But aren't you grateful for yourself to still try to find a way how it goes right? Maybe one of our aims in life is to be right and good for ourselves and for others all the time. It's an aspiration. It's something to aim for, because it keeps you going. It'll keep you going. Versus saying to the self, I'm not going to stress myself out. Reaching to those heights are not for me. You don't know. I never thought in my wildest dreams I would ever become a Brahma Kumaris instrument of this multinational global organization and play a role of leadership on extremely subtle and very obvious levels. I never thought of that. I thought I'd just be doing my thing. And so, never cut yourself off too soon. The story is still being told. And this attitude of gratitude will continue to keep you in the game in a way that you will keep optimizing your journey, your story, and your recordings that travel with you at a soul level. At a soul level. You know, the owner of our building for the Meditation Museum passed away recently. And last night his son came to our space to I wanted to comfort him. There were some little complications after the passing with the building and certain finances and so on. But I just wanted the son to come, be in a space that would nurture his heart, nurture his soul, give him the sense of optimism that things are going to be great, things are going to be good. Ever since we moved into that building 10 years ago, we've always wanted to upgrade this building in such a way that it always looked beautiful when you drove by on Georgia Avenue. And so here there's been a big shift now. His son now has to manage this whole space, who is in med school. And the question is he grateful for this opportunity that is now going to expand his capacity? And I would say yes, he's up for the call. He has to be, doesn't have a choice. And I'm grateful to have been there for him, to serve him at a soul level, whether he's able to recognize it or not, but that I'm there. And that we're here to support and to make the space and the process easier, because that's just who we are as people. And the reason why is because of our attitude of gratitude. When you have this behavior in you of being grateful for the small and the big opportunities that come to you, it's natural for you to even be grateful for when there's a challenge in your life, that a challenge is going to offer you skills and qualities and powers you never even knew you had. But because you're challenged, that skill and that power emerges in you, and you're grateful for that. So as we get to the end of the year, do your life review. Look at yourself and see, and write a list of all the things that you're very grateful for. And begin to really identify how you want to move into 2025. What do you want to do to sustain your environment? Environment is including your physical environment with the way that it's kept, relationships, finance, and physical health. What are the things that you want to do to sustain that? How do you want to create power and quality for your environment that it's sustained? Think about these things, because a person with the attitude of gratitude will keep looking and feeling the sense of always growth and upliftment and betterment. That's the feeling that I get when I'm in a grateful state of mind. I just want things to be better. And the complexity of all our energies working in different ways, one goes left, the other one goes right, one goes up, one goes down, and there you are in the middle, like you want everything to function well. And you're saying, okay, attitude of gratitude. Maybe everyone's attention will turn to the core, and that's how it all works. I throw that out to you to contemplate on. So let us see if we can keep implementing this idea and experience for our own lives. Because what other choice do we have? What else do we have? A friend of mine has inherited a good amount of finances. And in the inheritance of the finance now, there are thoughts about the struggles that comes with it and thinking about what's going to happen as a result of that. And I just told the person, it's okay, just enjoy this day-to-day new experience, that now economically you're going to be fine. Just keep moving. Whatever comes in front of you, let it come, but celebrate your inheritance. It's your inheritance. Celebrate it. Be grateful for it. Enjoy that. Feel that gratitude that your good wishes, your commitment, your investment is now paying off for you. Just celebrate it. Don't start to go look for something bad to happen next because now you've inherited something. Just celebrate. Be grateful. Thank you. Thank you to yourself. Thanks to God. Thanks to Destiny for giving me so much. and you look at how much the world is struggling. Be grateful, keep climbing, keep doing more. Let's do a little meditation together and be grateful for even having the mental, spiritual, intellectual capacity to turn your attention inwards and enjoy the vast world behind your eye. Keep moving no matter what. There's a flow. This thing called life. It moves us ever onward, upward, forward. Like rivers of water, it keeps moving, no matter what. Over and under and round it flows. Let the currents take you on the journey of life. Simply keep going with the flow. Keep moving, no matter what. I love those tracks. If you've not heard them, I really invite you to go to the Om Shanti album by myself, yours truly, Sister Jenna, and Ricky Cage. It's really lovely. So let's go to Awakened Intelligence and take a look at what they would say to have an attitude of gratitude for the self. Having an attitude of gratitude for the self is about cultivating a deep appreciation for who you are. Embracing your strengths and acknowledging your journey, both the challenges and the triumphs. It involves being kind to yourself, recognizing your efforts and celebrating your progress, no matter how small. This mindset shifts focus from self-criticism or comparison to self-compassion and self-acceptance. Gratitude for the self means understanding that you are worthy of love, respect, and care. It's about acknowledging your uniqueness and the qualities that make you who you are. This practice fosters a sense of self-worth. It will lead to greater sense of inner peace, resilience, and emotional balance. How powerful is this, yeah? When you have an attitude of gratitude for yourself, you're more likely to show up with authenticity, take better care of your well-being, and approach challenges with a positive mindset. This attitude encourages self-reflection, personal growth, helping you to develop a stronger connection to your true self and the world around you. Beautiful. Beautiful. So let's take a moment. I'm just inviting you. Go behind your eye. Feel the soul, that immortal, eternal, imperishable, pure existence that you are. And just with your heart and with your mind, just say, I'm grateful for you. I'm truly grateful for everything that you have gone through, and you're still here. And you still wake up with the wish and the desire to be your best. I'm so grateful for you. And then call your name in your mind. I am grateful for, and see that soul in the vision of courage and dignity and purity and joy and celebration. Let's take a moment now and go to the Sister Gita effect. If you happen to just be joining us because you've just happened to hear about the next normal, the Sister Gita effect is an honoring of my mother that passed away this year, a woman of great wisdom, great grace, deep royalty in her being. And for me, if somebody has offered such dignity and such divinity in my life, I don't think it's important. I don't think it's valuable enough for me to not keep remembering the lessons learned or the gifts that were imparted. And the reason why I continue to keep her part as Sister Gita alive, it's because it awakens a lot in other people too. I know her soul has moved on. The soul is now playing another part. My honoring of the part that she played as my mother and Sister Gita also ripples vibrationally to her new role, whatever that is, in whatever form or gender she's playing. It's just continuing to give the soul blessings. And so I hope that you enjoy the Sister Gita effect now.
An angel whispered, "How can I create happiness? Who am I? I am not sure I understand. So in truth, we do not die? Everything will become clear if you simply ask, who am I? The answer to this question you must come to know if you're to find true happiness and be free from feeling low. So tell me, who am I? Fill in this gap. I have already told you, you're not a body, you are a soul. But I know I have a soul, this much I have been told. And yet I still fear death and worry about becoming old. You said you have a soul, but this I didn't declare. I said you are a soul. This is what I shared. But what is a soul? A soul is a point of light. It is a child of God that's filled with virtue and might. Embedded within the soul is the memory of what it's known. No two are the same, though they come from the same home. Their home is up above, with God beyond this earth. Although they come here and receive a body through birth, only in a body can a soul experience and express. Depending on its memory, it will be happiness or distress. But please do not worry at all. All will become clear. You will understand the more that you hear. Know your nature's good, though you have a bit of greed and anger and so on. Know that your nature is good with that greed. The greatest irony is you already have what you need. Hearing this piece of wisdom gave me a chill up my spine. I wanted to know more. What was already mine? You spend your life looking for what you already have. It's like you're riding in a car but searching for a cab. You search for peace in nature, in the woods, or at the beach. Sometimes you can feel it, but nature's not always in reach. You search for love in others. You want it from other people. As soon as you feel it, you run to the nearest steeple. But please, listen, peace isn't out there in a bush or a tree, and love isn't found in the people you see. Both are experience that takes place in the mind. It triggered from the outside, then you are in a bind. Now you're dependent on something made of matter. It could be a beautiful scene or someone else's pitter-patter. But what if I told you you are peace? You are love. Would this not give you the lightness of a dove? For these you need not search. These virtues are in you. But you are many times not just these two. The angel continued, you are purity, happiness, wisdom, and power. You are the radiance and fragrance of a beautiful flower. But this you don't believe, told that you're less. This falsehood you accept, then everything becomes a mess. I will admit, of course, the vices have taken root, but I know in a second you could give them the boot. If only you realize the vice of ego brings anger, attachment, lust, and greed put your happiness in danger. You don't think you have love or peace within yourself, so your ego quietly says, take it from someone else. All the vices convince you what you need is out there. So you search and you search for as long as you dare. But you already are that for which you long. If you just realize this, you would sing a sweet song, Om Shanti.
You are already that which you longed for. The peace is inside of you. You won't find it outside. Today's blessing from above, may you imbibe the elevated religion and behavior of purity. And the sanskars, the deep impressions in you of one religion and one world, will make you feel like you are a powerful emperor. The religion, the dharma, that is the dharna, the behavior and your religion should match, of your self-sovereignty as God's child is purity. Don't you love that? That's deep. I love purity. Purity is not like you're away from people in the world. Purity is you. It's like a fragrance about your nature and your personality. So thank you all so much for joining us today. It's always a delight to be with you on air and just to chit-chat. That's what I love about the live sessions. You just chit-chat together. You just kind of spend time together. And of course, 24/7, you have access to it. And I really invite you to play them over and over again. As simple as I sit here and speak with you, it is really deep thinking. I want you to simply pause into it, to feel into it, and you'll realize how powerfully transformative my words are. Take care of yourself. Remember to keep practicing, loving one another the same, and you'll find that something in you will break away from a lot of attachments. Lots of love. Om Shanti.